Hello, everyone. Welcome back. My name is Jeff Mendelson, and this is the One Big Tip podcast. And today, I am so pleased to have with me on the line Amy Malin. Amy is the co founder of Trueheart, a social impact search engine and partner at the Trueheart Cause Agency. For the past 2 decades, social entrepreneur Amy has worked at the intersection of Hollywood and philanthropy with her cause agency, Trueheart. Amy's expertise is in connecting celebrities and purpose driven brands with deserving nonprofits to raise millions of dollars for their noble causes while generating global media campaigns that shine a light on all of their wonderful work. So, this is going to be a great episode today. Amy, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Jeff, for having me. It's great to be here on your awesome podcast.
Oh, shucks. You're gonna make me blush today. Can you please tell me a little bit about your background and how you got into this, right? Because, you're working in Hollywood is not for the faint of heart. And to take a mission and bring it into another industry so that everyone can benefit, I think it's one of those extra special, missions that you can do with your life. Can you please give us a little bit of a background of who you are and what makes you so awesome?
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I think if I had two theme words for my life, it would be love and service. And so, starting all the way back when I was a kid, I noticed that there was suffering around me in the South Florida community where I grew up, and I was very passionate about helping the homeless. So, I started a fundraiser when I was 12 where I collected spare change and dollars from friends and family and my classmates at school, and we raised enough money to buy a washer and dryer for the local Y, where homeless people were going to shower and get ready before going on job interviews. And we collected new toiletries and towels and got some suits and dresses donated. So that was my first experience in giving back, where I felt even as a kid, I can make a real difference. And then I spent 2 years kind of shadowing people that were living on the streets in Miami and Fort Lauderdale with a video camera so that I could really capture their inspiring stories. And I turned that into an award winning documentary because I really felt that people need to look at everybody just as human beings, and that, we're all potentially one paycheck away from a really bad situation where that could be us on the streets. And we should be treating each other with love and kindness and helping at every chance we get. So, those experiences when I was a kid really stayed with me and made me realize that that was part of my purpose, that I was really good at connecting people to rally around a great cause and to inspire them to join me in doing a little bit of good every day. So fast forward to, a few years later when I moved to New York at 19 with $400, three suitcases, and I didn't know anyone and I didn't have a place to live, but I just had this big dream that I was going to start a business. And I realized that I wanted to apply my time, my talents, my passion, my energy to making a difference every day. And it was always my dream to work in entertainment, even though I had no connection whatsoever to Hollywood. So I was cold calling and just showing up at the offices of companies that I wanted to work with and really hustling and grinding every day. And once I was able to get my first few clients, I said to people, look, if we're going to do these parties and we're going to get 500 to 1,000 people in the room, we might as well infuse purpose in this event and use it as a way to raise a lot of money and awareness for a great cause. And, going back almost 24 years ago when I started, a lot of people kind of looked at me like I was crazy when I said, hey, let's get this Grammy party or this MTV Video Music Awards party to benefit a charity. But luckily, there were a handful of people in the industry who said, this is a good idea. I'm on board. If we can have this party have a purpose, let's give it a shot. And then thankfully, people really started to catch on, and cause marketing started to be a big thing. Now it's, baked into the corporate social responsibility strategy at almost every major company. And I'm grateful for that. And brands are seeing selfishly for their own bottom line that aligning with the values of their customers makes them more money at the end of the day, because people want to buy the products and services of companies that they know are giving back to transform their local communities.
I want to touch a little bit about the cause marketing. It's something that you hear about, and sometimes it's not always as overt. Like, hey, we're going to do good over here, right? And part of that finesse is what you're bringing to the table, right? Is how can you take a brand and try and spin it around so that they are in fact, so they're not just saying that they're doing good in the world, but that they're actually acting on it. How does your agency help with that?
Yeah, that's a great question, Jeff. It always has to be authentic and organic, because I think, brands don't give consumers the credit that they deserve. They're really smart and they can sniff out bullshit right away. So, if you're trying to play them, they're going to dump you and go to your competitor. So, it's not just about writing a check. It's about working with community leaders on the ground and making a real difference and making a commitment to be in a community for years, giving back and making service. So I'll give you an example. One of our favorite brand clients to work with, PUBG Mobile, they're the number one mobile video game in the world. And we've been working with them for a few years now. And we said to them, look, you have this massive opportunity because there's 800 million people around the world who play this game, to become leaders in the gaming for good space. So we can harness the power of gaming and put it towards a great use. And we know that young people care about protecting the planet. That's one of the top causes that they're gonna, get off their butts and literally march in the streets and activate around. So we said, let's align with Global Green, which is one of the top eco nonprofits in the world. It was started by former President Gorbachev, who's been an eco activist for his entire life. And Global Green creates the sustainable solutions to fight climate change. So we said, let's partner with them. And our first campaign was hashtag Fight for the Amazon. And we were blessed to have two amazing celebrity ambassadors in Megan Fox and Brian Austin Green. And from our efforts in getting the PUBG Mobile community to come together, we were able to raise the funds to plant 150,000 trees in the Amazon rainforest last year. Global Green worked with local indigenous farmers in Brazil. So we were also providing a sustainable income for those farmers who are really the best people to be the caretakers of the land, the indigenous people from the Ashinka tribe. And that was an incredible project because after the devastating wildfires in the Amazon, it really made people understand that the Amazon rainforest is one of our most precious ecosystems and one of our best natural defenses to fight climate change. And so
So that is
after that successful campaign,
no, I was
oh,
just
I
going to
was going
say that please go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, Jeff, that that it wasn't a one and done situation. That really kicked off a commitment that the brand made to work with Global Green over the next few years and continually support their initiatives to save the planet. So after that campaign, we teamed up with Jason Derulo and we did a campaign called hashtag Fight for the Planet. And we helped Global Green create climate rescue hubs in underserved communities around the world. And we've launched a few other campaigns with them since then. So it's all about, if you're going to make a difference as a brand, to really, throw that stake in the ground and be there long term.
That is so cool that you're able to bring that together, right? And I think that segues nicely into your one big tip in that right now you are working. You're in the entertainment industry now, or you're working with the entertainment industry, and that is probably one of the harder industries to break into. Not only for the people that want to work in it, at any level, right? But also, to get things done and to get the word out and to, actually do some good in the world, which is ultimately what everyone wants to do. Let's talk a little bit about your one big tip in terms of, making this happen for for your business and how you're actually going about it. And I found this
Sure.
really poignant, which is kindness, right? It's just it's a great word, and it's a great way to really think about all of your interactions, especially when you're dealing with these just pompous CEOs and other people that are so full of themselves that you do really want to turn whatever energy and audience that they have and turn it around into something good. How do you do that? How do you make that happen for the causes that you work with?
Yeah, I think kindness is key in every aspect of your life, in your personal life and how you interact with your family and friends and your neighbors, and in your professional life with how you relate to your clients, your strategic partners, your vendors, or people who hit you up and want to do business with you. It takes the same amount of time to respond with kindness as it does with rudeness. So why not choose kindness? People can email you and say, "Hey, I'd love to work together." And maybe it's not the best fit for your company, but there's always a kind way to let them know that and then wish them the best. And I've never understood people who burn bridges, because next year, the person that you slam the door on could be working at a company that you want to collaborate with. So, selfishly, being kind also serves your bottom line, right? People want to do business with people that they also can see themselves wanting to hang out with. And when you build a relationship with people and there's a friendship there, you're going to get more business, because being likable and being kind is the way to go. Nobody wants to work with someone who treats them like crap. Because that's what I call cashing an expensive check. If you're adding stress to someone's life, it's just not worth it. And especially if you're an entrepreneur, you get to pick who you want to work with, what projects you want to take on. So why take on the one that comes with all that stress to it? So, just be kind and keep it classy. It should be the golden rule. It always pays off. It's the right thing to do. And just be someone that adds value and is always being of service. And you'll see that your relationships will deepen in your personal life, and in your professional life. You will attract more clients into your business, and then you'll get more repeat business because you're just a joy to be around.
What's interesting is that I have tried to maintain that role, like over the years. I've been a digital marketer now for a good 13, 14 years now. And I have had a number of clients who have treated me rudely, right? They would either just like, yeah, like, oh, you're too expensive, and then just up and cancel, or they'll be like, oh, you're doing a crappy job, or whatever. And I keep it's not exactly a shit list, right? But I keep a list of those people, right? And I don't necessarily look back on it. I don't look at it with malice, right? Like I don't like I'm not looking to get them down, but I do check in on them. Like, oh, something, I remember that company. Let me check in on them and see how they're doing. And lo and behold, not one of them are in existence anymore, right? The ones that have had less than sunny dispositions usually fade out, and something else happens, not because of me. Usually it takes 3 to 5 years after that happens. I would like to ask you though, can you please give an example of how you have been able to take how you've been able to take a relationship that was less than desirable, and then afterwards were able to make that work and bring them into your agency so that you can work with them on a more even footing and make it more profitable for both of you?
Yeah, I mean, a big part of my business is doing publicity around all of our campaigns. So I've been doing, PR for coming on 25 years. And so good relationships with the reporters and producers that we work with is of paramount importance to our business. And actually, recently there was a journalist that I emailed about covering our new Trueheart social impact search engine, and someone that I've worked with at her, last three jobs. And, the relationship was beautiful. We collaborated on all of these wonderful pieces together, great celebrity stories that she loved. And it had been like a year or two with COVID. I think a lot of people were obviously focused inward, right, on keeping themselves and their families safe and trying to kind of stay afloat with all this financial instability. that was caused by the pandemic. So a lot of people were out of touch for a little bit, which is understandable. So when I reached out to her, she responded back with a really rude email. But I've always been good at kind of reading people's energy, even if it's through an email or through a phone call, especially though when I'm in the same room with people. And I could just tell that she was hurting by the email and she was in pain and something was kind of off because this was not the person that I've worked with for, many years and everything went smoothly and was a great relationship. So rather than, respond with like, why the hell are you talking to me like that? That's not nice. I responded with kindness. And I said, look, it's obvious that, something's, off. And I feel like, you might be having a bad day. And I'm really sorry, to hear if something's, not been going well for you, but let me know if I can help. I've been connecting people to help them get new career opportunities. So if you're looking for work, please send me your resume. You're so talented. And I'd love to just float it around to some people and see if I can find you a new opportunity. And she immediately responded and said, oh my God, you're so right. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be taking my shit out on you. I am having a bad day. You weren't aware, but I did lose my job a few months ago during the pandemic. And it's been really, hard to find new work. But I shouldn't be treating you like that. You're a good person and we've always worked well together. And that was really nice of you to offer to help me. And, this is someone that I'll continue to work with when she finds her new job. And we'll continue to go on to, place great stories together at whatever media outlet she ends up with. So it's just, even if someone responds to you and they're not kind, there's an opportunity to leave your ego at the door and you just stay true to yourself and you be kind. And I'm a big believer in you never know what you say or what you do, how it can impact somebody else, right? Because somebody could be having an awful day and they just need you to respond with kindness and let them know that you're there for them and you're offering support. And that can turn things around for their entire mental outlook. So if you can do that for somebody, what a beautiful opportunity to just show up and be there.
Amazing. That is amazing advice. Thank you so much for sharing that. Can you please tell everyone a little bit more about the Trueheart search engine and how they can reach out to you if they want to learn more about you?
Yeah, absolutely. So my husband Scott is also my business partner, and we were always looking for ways to help democratize philanthropy and make it more inclusive. We're big believers that there are billions of people in the world with big hearts who want to give back and make a difference in their communities, but oftentimes they don't have disposable income to donate to charity, and so they've been largely excluded from philanthropy. So we wanted to create a free and easy way where anybody can give back by doing something that they're already doing every day, but now they can do it for good. So when you search with us at trueheart.com, we donate 80% of our net profits to amazing charities: Smile Train, Action Against Hunger, Global Green, P Flag National, Four Paws for Ability, and Variety Boys and Girls Club. And these amazing nonprofits work to save lives, feed the hungry, protect the planet, promote animal welfare, fight for equality, and support our youth. So now your searches are actually powering donations to charity. So it's a way where you can take your power back and commit to having your searches make a social and environmental impact. Most people don't realize that the search engine industry makes hundreds of billions of dollars a year, and there's a few big companies that are generating all of that wealth. So we thought this is an opportunity to redistribute that wealth to incredible charities on the front lines who are changing the world every day. And if you're a company that's looking to engage your employees in a free and easy way to give back and make an impact together, we would love to have you search with us. We can give you a unique link so we can measure your team's impact and show you the amazing ways that you're helping people, animals, and the planet.
Amazing. What an amazing mission. Thank you so much for sharing that. Amy, I really appreciate you taking the time to speak with me and the audience today. It's been a real informative discussion. I love the idea of, paying it forward and just being kind to people because it really is what wins out in the end. So I really appreciate you bringing that positive energy to the show.
Thank you so much, Jeff, for having me. I love the work that you're doing, and I know you're someone who also believes in paying it forward. So it's great to connect with someone who shares that same passion for being kind and making the world a better place.
Thank you so much. Make it a great day.